right, Mother. He's a member of the family.
Jane?
What are they?
Feet.
Feet.
What I mean to say is this is the essence of foot. He was in a doorway on East 23rd.
For your private collection.
They're not going to publish this in the centerfold.
What were you supposed to be getting, Kluge?
A visiting dignitary at the UN. I like feet better.
You always manage to pick up something for yourself?
Kiddo, I found out a long time ago that you got to get in a little shticklock for your own soul. With me this week, it's feet.
Suppose you could have it both ways.
Nick, you onto something?
Maybe. A CSM, a publisher's must. That just might blow up in his face.
That home for the aged?
Yeah, if I don't file until Sunday, it might just be for money sold. Shticklock, is that right?
You got the words, but not the tune.
Oh, Nick. Something you came in on that coffee house business. They're going to test the police ruling on the cabaret license tomorrow night. There may be a raid.
Gee, I don't know, Mark. It might interfere with that Clinton Saunders must.
Well, you go down and talk to the owner of the place tonight. Dave will give you his name.
I'm not kidding. I gotta go to the daughter's house tonight.
What daughter?
The happy couple, the diamond wedding, a family conference you told me to cover in depth.
Nick, don't make believe you're James Thurber. Just write what happens, okay?
All right, I'll just write what happened.
Okay. What's that?
Feet.
Oh.
Shticklock. Okay, Dave, I got it. Jacobs, Erwin Jacobs, right. Is he the owner or just the manager? Okay, fine. I'll get there sometime after midnight. Sure, those places are open till 2 a.m. So tell Mark I'll be in early with the coffee house stuff, right? Okay.
Hi, Nick. Jane, it's after 10 o'clock. Now, I've had enough trouble today without losing track of you. Where have you been? What do you mean, out?
Out. I told you I had a date.
With that man, I suppose.
What's the difference?
Well, for one thing, he's 40 years old, and he's married, and he's been in jail.
I told you he's not a criminal. He was a conscientious objector.
Well, I don't like the idea of it.
What idea? You're not thinking about ideas. The trouble with you and Daddy is you're trying to stifle an entire generation's freedom of thought.
Now, just a minute. Your mother and I aren't trying to stifle anybody's intellectual activity. All we're trying to do is to keep one 18-year-old daughter relatively intact.
You are so disgustingly Edwardian.
Jane.
Mother, if you don't mind, I've had an emotionally trying evening and I would like to go to bed.
What does she mean, emotionally trying?
How would I know? I'm Edwardian.
16 carats in each piece. Custom work. Platinum.
And what kind of stones? Diamonds. Why? What else for a diamond wedding? Diamonds.
You can return them.
Oh, sure. I can return them. A couple of pieces of custom jewelry on special order. Sure.
You can sell them again.
Absolutely. Every day, somebody comes into the store and asks for a piece of platinum jewelry with Samuel and Minna spelled out in 16 carats worth of diamonds.
Oh, how could they do this to me? Didn't I always take good care of them?
Did a week go by that I didn't telephone? Every single Saturday, one of us up at the home to visit. And then didn't I send them to Florida 2 years ago?
Arnold, please, that isn't getting us anywhere.
I am only trying to point out that in no way have I avoided my responsibilities as a son. In no shape, manner, or form.
Come on, Arnold. This isn't the Prayton, New Jersey Chamber of Commerce.
George, isn't there something legal?
Well, that's not the point, Ruth. We're worried about Mr. Alexander and the rest of the newspapers.
And television.
Mama and Papa. Mama and Papa. You think they consider the children?
George, they can't really go through with it, can they? Well, I don't think so, but even filing for it is bad enough. After all, there's only one ground for divorce in New York State. Something must be done.
Somebody's just got to go up there, explain, convince them, make them realize.
Who?
Well, who has the best chance? Who was the favorite child?
Arnold. He's the oldest.
Me, the favorite? No, Ruth. She's the only girl.
What do you mean? It's obvious. Manny, he's a baby. He could always get anything he wanted from Mama.
Did I ever go to college? You went to college.
Ruth, don't you remember? You were the only one Papa didn't spank with a sewing machine strap.
Nah, he was always indifferent to me. He never forgave me for being a girl. It came out in my analysis. That's why he favored Manny.
Me? Did I ever have a new suit? No, always from Arnold. Cut down.
What about the bicycle? The bicycle for my birthday?
You got it, didn't you?
girl's bike so Ruth could ride it?
I come home from high school with a 92 point average. You know what Papa say? Don't say anything about it, Ruthie. It might make Manny feel bad.
Oh, I knew about your 92 average. I know.
Besides, you were always underweight. Mama was...
And I say, why can't I have a slice
But
of
with the
CS-Ball?
boys, it was always Oedipus Rex down the line.
But she say,
Arnold, Manny, please!
Jane, are you out of your mind? This sounds very exciting. Go ahead, don't mind me.
Dad, may I say something?
Ellie, please.
Aunt Ruth, Uncle Manny, as you know, Joe and I have been having some problems.
Ellie, please, the family is not interested in your problems.
Now, Daddy, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Doesn't bother us at all, does it, Joe?
No, you've got to take these things in your stride.
Well, you see, we weren't getting along at all. It was little things at first. He doesn't shower as often as he should.
Ellie, please. There is a time and place for everything.
Well, he thought I was being compulsively clean.
There were never any towels. They were always in the wash.
So we went to Dr. Rudemacher. He's a consulting psychologist specializing in marriage counseling. Oh, he's really wonderful.
Ellie, do you have to talk about Rudemacher all the time like you're taking lessons from a new golf pro?
Now, Daddy, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. So, you see, we go once a week for an hour.
On Thursdays. We get a sitter for the kids, and then after the session, we have dinner and we go to the movies. It's a welcome break in the routine.
Yes, it's really necessary to have somebody who's interested but not emotionally involved. It has to be an outsider. It's really the only way to handle marital maladjustments. Joe, darling, you have Dr. Rudemacher's number in your book, don't you?
Oh, yes, I've got it right here. I never can remember the number. It's a Freudian block. Oh, here we are.
Endicott, too.
What is the matter with you?
Ellie, we can't send Mom and Papa to a marriage counselor. They're over 90 years old.
Besides, we've only got till Sunday.
Oh, I suppose that would be rather short-term therapy.
Yes, it would. It would.
Take back your Rudemacher. I am not interested in him.
Well, he's interested in you, Daddy. You'd be surprised what comes up about you from my unconscious.
You keep my name out of your unconscious. You understand me?
Well, it's just Arnold, wait a minute. I think maybe there's something. Ellie's right.
Are you crazy? You can't send a 93-year-old man to a marriage counselor. That's ridiculous.
I mean about an outsider. That's true, you know. A member of the family is just too close to the situation to handle it. We've got to find somebody else to talk to him.
You mean you want to bring somebody else into this?
How about George?
Oh, no. I'm a son-in-law. That's a highly charged emotional relationship.
It is.
Wait a minute. I think it needs someone who knows already.
But not in the family. Objective.
But a good talker, convincing.
Yes.
Oh, no. Now, look, I got nothing to do with this. You're not going to make me marriage counselor.
Mr. Alexander, we appeal to you.
Besides, I don't want to talk him out of it. It's my story.
You wanted to dig deep, didn't you, to find out why? Well, that's all we want, to find out why.
He's 93 years old. I'm not even married.
Mr. Alexander, let's discuss why you should go and talk to Papa.
Yes.
All right. I'll go. You sure it's all right taking a walk?
What can hurt? We'll go to the park, sit on the bench, have a nice, peaceful talk in the sun.
Wait. Stop.
What, Garrison? What?
Where do you think you're going for, sir?
To the park.
The park. He's going to the park.
Is something wrong? Mr. Foss said it'd be all right.
He knows the rules.
You mean he can't go?
Oh, he can go, sure. But what about in case?
I beg your pardon?
The rule is he's got to take along a younger man in case.
A younger man. He's 83.
The rule says a younger chaperone.
I've already outlived 5 younger chaperones, and you too, Garrison.
Well, if it's the rule, I guess we better. Will you join us, Mr. Garrison?
Why not? It's a nice day for a walk.
worry about Garrison. He knows everything. He's an old woman. You want to ask something? Ask.
Well, I was wondering, this divorce, after 75 years, why not years ago?
Well, I don't know. I never really liked her.
But 75 years?
Well, let me tell you the story. We were 15 years old when we were married. This was in the old country. In the village, a marriage was all arranged by the parents. There were contracts and dowries. It was a very businesslike affair. How did I find out I was a bridegroom? My father told me. I didn't like the idea. I said to myself, Samuel, get out of this while you can.
Why didn't you?
I didn't. You couldn't shame a girl like that. It was all arranged. So I went through with it. We were married. And then when I was 16 years old, I came alone to America. But you couldn't leave a girl deserted alone in the village. So I sent for her. Then she was a greenhorn in a strange country. What kind of a man would leave a girl in a situation like that? Then the children came. And by the time they were grown up, they were grandchildren. You couldn't shame them. Now, finally, there's nothing left to keep me. Now I want a divorce.
You know all the arrangements for the diamond wedding have been made. Don't you care anything about that?
It's a nuisance. You'll come, you'll take my picture, and what'll you ask me? About life. What is your recipe for happiness? Now, how should I know? I was a cigar maker. Because I lived 93 years, does that make me suddenly a philosopher?
You were a cigar maker?
For 60 years. You are a union man?
Yeah, newspaper guild.
You heard of Samuel Gompers?
Oh, sure, he founded the American Federation of Labor.
Cigar Makers Union. In 1913, in the middle of the strike, Samuel Gompers said to the whole shop, you listen to Fuss. And when he tells you what to do, do. That was very unusual in those days. A cigar maker who sent 2 children to college. It was piecework then. On payday, I'd come home with a fresh, hot rye bread, and Mama would call to the kids, come up, Papa's home. And they would sit at the table waiting for me. Arnie and Ruthie, little Manny, just waiting for Papa. And I take the pay envelope and put the money down on the oilcloth. 5, 10, 15, 20. And when it was all spread out, they would say, Papa, how could you roll so many cigars? And little Ruthie would say, my Papa can do anything. And I sat at the head of the table with the money still on the oilcloth. And we ate supper. In those days, I was somebody.
Jane, please, I'm busy now. No, I'm on rewrite.
Nick, pick up Charlie Keith one, too.
Listen, I gotta hang up now.
Look, I've just got to talk to you. Yes, it's very important. Nick, I've got to talk to someone. You're the only one I can trust.
Well, that's very nice, but...
Hey! I said pick up one, too. Charlie's got a delicatessen stick-up.
No, I'm working till 9. Yeah, then I have to go to some coffee house and cover a story.
Nick.
All right, I got it. Look, I'll meet you there, the Owl and the Bagel, Bleecker Street, 10:30. Right, fine. Okay, Charlie, I'm on. Go ahead. Yeah. When? Is this all they've got in this teetotal caravanserai, bagels? That's what it's called, the Owl and the Bagel.
Take this back and bring me an owl. Excuse me.